Hey, y'all. Y'all know that I'm always on the move. I'm actually out going to an event, and I just was thinking right before I got in the car, I was reading some posts, and someone asked online, if you file your 990 and you're under $50,000, can you file it at any time within the 3 years, or does it, or or once you file one, does it reset your 3-year clock? And people are up and down in the comments giving wrong information, misinformation. People are telling people, well, I just filed mine, and they were 2 years old, so you can do it. And so I was like, let me tell the people what the real is. Now, don't be confused by my feather. I am Samara Michelle Days. I am a nonprofit and small business strategist. I'm on my way to a tea party, and I want to tell you about this whole 990 thing. I want to break it down for you. Now, as a business, nonprofit or otherwise, you need to file your taxes every year. As a person in the United States, our laws say that you have to file your taxes every year. So people get confused when you're tax exempt. They're like, what do you mean file your taxes? So even though you're tax exempt and you're not paying income tax, the IRS still wants to have record of what you made and your mission and what you did and so on and so forth. So your nonprofit taxes are very similar to a financial statement, okay? So if you're running a nonprofit, you should have some way for you to keep your finances in your books. It's very important for grant funding, but it's also important for your tax compliance, right? So you're gonna have to file a 990 every year after you become a nonprofit. Whether you make 1 penny or $1 million, you have to file a 990. Now, the level of 990 depends on how much money you made. Very similar to our 1040s. You can do a 1040 easy, or you can do a 1040A, and sometimes you have to do a Schedule C if you have a business. I'm talking about personal taxes. So if you are a nonprofit, then you have the option of doing a 990N, which is also referred to as a postcard. It's very simple. You put your tax ID number in, you put your address in, and the name of your organization, and you say, check, I made less than $50,000, and you file it, right? If you make more than $50,000, so $50,000 and a penny, then you need to file a 990, and then it goes up from there, right? But no matter what, you have to file a tax form every year for your nonprofit. So those of you that are talking about the 3 years, it does not mean that you have 3 years to file your taxes. You are supposed to file your taxes every year. The deadline is 5 months and 15 days. So usually after your the close of your tax year. So if your tax year ends in December, you have until May 15th to file your taxes. I tell my clients to file your taxes with your personal taxes. You know that by April 1st, April 15th, you need to be filing your taxes. Do your nonprofit taxes at that same time. So even if you're late, you still have a little bit of time. Just like personal taxes, you can file an extension. So if for some reason you do not get it done, you can go ahead and file an extension. But the IRS expects for you to do that every year, right? Okay, right. Now, if you don't do it for 3 years in a row, that is when your 501c3 is revoked. So they're not saying that you have 3 years. they're saying that if you don't do it in 3 years, we're going to revoke your 501c3. And if there's any 3 consecutive years of you not filing, they're going to revoke your 501c3, which means you have to file again to get it back reinstated, right? They don't have any love. It costs money again, right? So it is better for you to go ahead and file your 990 every year. They wait 3 years because sometimes, you mess up, you skip a year, so on and so forth, but you need to file. And if you don't do an extension, you're going to have a penalty. You're going to get a letter with a penalty. So if you have this nonprofit organization, you have to keep it in compliance, just like any other business. If you start a business, you have things that you have to do every single year. If it's dormant and you haven't used it and life has happened, that is fine. That's why the under $50,000 is a very simple postcard. You have to fill it out. You have to do it. If you need help with these things, if you don't understand them after you do your research, then you have someone like myself that can help you. That's a nonprofit expert that can help you do these things. But it is very important that you do them. And it is even more important that you don't get on the internet and get misinformation from people that are like, yeah, I filed mine at the 25th hour and you can follow in my footsteps. That's not the correct information, and we don't want to do that. Period, right? We want to make sure that we're in compliance and we're filing each year. So the answer to that question, do I need to file my nonprofit taxes within 3 years? The answer is yes. You need to file them every single year. And if for some reason you get behind, you need to do it as soon as possible. But after that 3rd year of you not filing, your 501c3 will get revoked and you will need to reapply. If you need help reapplying, you can call Samara Michelle Consulting. You can, at the bottom, you can comment, you can follow me, and we do have service that can help you with that. And you can also schedule an appointment and ask us questions about those rules and regulations, or any rules and regulations about a nonprofit that is appropriate to keep you in compliance and to keep you funded. So I'll see y'all later. I'm about to go to my tea party. See ya. Hey y'all. Y'all know that I'm always